The seasons change their colors, and the birds have flown away. The neighbors moved the fence we built and painted it in gray. I know the world is moving on, I see it through the glass. I watch the people on the sidewalk as the hours slowly pass. Your name is still a secret that I whisper to the dark, though the heart is cold and empty and I lost the final spark. I still leave a little space for you on the right side of the bed, ignoring every logical thing the doctors and my family said. Cause time is just a number on a clock upon the wall. It doesn't mean a thing to me, it doesn't help at all. I'm anchored to the moment that you turn to walk away, still living in the shadow of the yesterday. Oh, I've got a heart that still waits, though the door has been locked and the ship of our forever has been broken on the rocks. I'm standing at the station where the tracks are overgrown, learning how to be a ghost in a house we used to own. Every sunset is a promise that I'm making to the sky, that I'll be here tomorrow when the morning light is dry. It's a long and lonely vigil, it's a heavy silver chain, but a heart that still waits doesn't mind the pouring rain. I found your old umbrella in the closet by the stairs. I still keep your winter coat among my own affairs. Sometimes I hear a car door slam and I find it hard to breathe, expecting you to tell me that you never meant to leave. They say that I'm a martyr to a love that's long been dead, but they don't hear the music that is playing in my head. They don't know the comfort of the maybe in the mind that keeps me company through the middle of the night. Is it foolish to be loyal to a memory and a ghost, to be the lonely sentry at a long abandoned post? If I move an inch away, I'm afraid I'll lose the trail, so I'm holding to the tattered ends of a wind-beaten sail. Yeah, I've got a heart that still waits, though the door has been locked and the ship of our forever has been broken on the rocks. I'm standing at the station where the tracks are overgrown, learning how to be a ghost in a house we used to own. Every sunset is a promise that I'm making to the sky, that I'll be here tomorrow when the morning light is dry. It's a long and lonely vigil, it's a heavy silver chain, but a heart that still waits doesn't mind the pouring. I'm still here, the quiet of the heart. I'm still here, waiting for your call. The porch lights on, the key is under the mat, and my heart is still right where you left it at. The streetlights are into the pavement down below, watching all the late night cars with nowhere left to go. I'm sitting by the window with a glass of lukewarm tea, wondering if the shadows feel as hollowed out as me. The television's flickering, but the volume's turned to zero. In the story of a falling star, I couldn't be the hero. I'm listening to the settling of the dust upon the floor, and the ghost of how I used to wait for you to walk through the door. There's a comfort in the darkness that the daylight just can't hold. The sun is far too bright for a love that's grown this cold, so I wrap myself in silence like a heavy winter cold, while the words I never said to you are choking in my throat. It's a quiet night for a lonely soul, trying to find the pieces of a heart no longer whole. No one's here to witness as the tears begin to fall, just the ticking of the clock and the pictures on the wall. The world is fast asleep, but I'm wide awake and blue, learning how to breathe in a room that's missing you. In the deep and steady stillness, I'm finally losing control on this quiet night for a lonely soul. I walked into the bedroom, but the bed felt felt like a cage. Another empty chapter on a tear-stained ruined page. I reached out for your pillow just to see if it was warm, but it's been 1,000 years since you weathered through the storm. I'm haunted by the maybes and the things we didn't do, by the version of myself that only lived because of you. Now I'm just a silhouette against a faded shade of gray, waiting for the moon to take the memories away. Is there someone else tonight who's feeling just the same? Whispering to a ceiling fan, I have forgot a name. Or am I the only person left beneath this heavy sky who's still looking for a reason in a hollowed out goodbye? It's a quiet night for a lonely soul, trying to find the pieces of a heart no longer whole. No one's here to witness as the tears begin to fall. Just a ticking of the clock and the pictures on the wall. The world is fast asleep, but I'm wide awake and blue, learning how to breathe in a room that's missing you. In the deep and steady stillness, I'm finally losing control on this quiet night for a lonely soul. Stars are getting sleepy, the wind is dying down. I'm the only one awake in the sleeping ghost-filled town. Just the quiet and the lonely and the soul. Sound of a distant lonely wind chime. I watched your taillights flicker and dissolve into the gray. Now I'm standing in the hallway with nothing left to say. The house is breathing differently, the air is thin and cold, like a story that's been finished before it could be told. I find myself at the piano, where the wood is dark and deep, where the promises we whispered are the secrets that he keeps. I place my hands upon the keys, but they feel like heavy stones, just a hollow wooden echo of the marrow in my bones. I wanna play a melody that brings you to the door, but the harmony is broken and it won't ring anymore. Oh, the bridge we built is crumbling, the river started to rise, and I'm looking at the ivy through a stranger's tired eyes. This is my piano for a parting path, a cold and quiet aftermath, a song of two directions, a rhythm split into one road for the lonely and a highway for you. Every note I strike is a step you take away into the golden morning. Out of my shades of gray, I'm playing for the distance, I'm playing for the goodbye, beneath the heavy ceiling and a vast and empty sky. The bass notes are the mountains that are growing in between. The treble is a ghost of every place we've ever been. I try to find a resolution, a way to make it right, but the chords are drifting further into the coming night. sunlight. Go on and find your peace while I stay here and play until the memories release. I'll turn the pain to music, I'll turn the grief to sound, until the very last of us is buried in the ground. This is my piano for a parting path, the cold and quiet aftermath, a song of two directions, a rhythm split into one road for the lonely and a highway for you. Every note I strike is a step you take away into the golden morning. Out of my shades of gray, I'm playing for the distance, I'm playing for the goodbye, beneath a heavy ceiling in a vast and empty sky. Walk away, I'll keep playing, fade away, I'll keep staying, just the sound of the hammers, just a ghost of the breath on a piano for a parting path. The table set for one in the corner of the room. The candlelight is flickering against the deepening gloom. I've learned to take my coffee with a side of quiet air and talk to the reflection in the mirror over there. I used to think that lonely was a word for being alone, but now I know it's love and something that is no longer known. I'm tending to a garden where the roses never bloom, just a keeper of the silence in a self-appointed tomb. I'm a king without a kingdom, a bird without a sky, holding on to hello in a world of goodbye. I've built a little altar out of things you left behind, and I worship in the shadow that you left inside my mind. It's a love in solitude, a fire in the snow, holding on to embers that I should've let go. I'm dancing with a ghost while the music's playing slow, in a house where the windows have forgotten how to glow. It's a quiet kind of heartbreak, a private kind of pain, to be the only person left who's standing in the rain, loving you in secret, in the deep and hollow blue. It's a love in solitude, still reaching out for you. I find myself repeating things you told me years ago, like a script I memorized because I can't let the story go. I walk through every memory like a museum in the dark, searching for the friction that could lead me to a spark. There's no one here to argue with, and no one here to please, just the sound of my own breathing and the rattling of the trees. I'm a prisoner of a feeling that has nowhere left to land, building castles out of ashes with a trembling, tired hand. Is it still a love if there's no one left to hear? Is it still a heart if it's paralyzed by fear? I'm a lighthouse on a mountain, shining for a sea that dried up into desert when you walked away from me. Is a love in solitude, a fire in the snow, holding on to embers that I should've let go. I'm dancing with a ghost while the music's playing slow, I lift the velvet cover from the keys, like a shroud from off 1,000 memories. The room is dim, the dust is dancing slow in the light of a moon that is nowhere to go. You used to sit here on the right-hand side before the distance grew too deep and wide. Now the bench is cold and the wood is scarred, and breathing in this room has grown so hard. My left hand finds a rhythm low and deep, like the secrets that a broken heart must keep. My right hand wanders searching for your grace in the empty air. This hollow space. This is a piano for a broken love, playing to the rafters and the stars above. Every hammer strike is a beat I miss. Every dampened string is a lip unkissed. I'm pouring all the sorries that I never said into the iron frame and the copper thread. It's a symphony of wreckage, a concerto of the blue. Just a piano for a broken love, still calling out for you. The middle C is sticking just a bit, like the way my heart stutters when I think of it. I play a major chord, but it resolves to gray, watching the ghost of our summer slip away. There's no one here to turn the pages now, to wipe the sweat and sorrow from my brow. The music is a bridge that leads to nowhere fast, built from the echoes of a shattered past. If I play it soft, will you hear me in your sleep? If I play it loud, will the pain refuse to leave? I'm crashing on the keys like waves against the shore, begging for a harmony that isn't there anymore. This is a piano for a broken love, playing to the rafters and the stars above. Every hammer strike is a beat I missed. Every dampened string is a lip unkissed. I'm pouring all the sorries that I never said into the iron frame and the copper thread. It's a symphony of wreckage, a concerto of the blue. This is a piano for a broken love, play it to the rafters and the stars above. Every hammer strike is a beat I miss. Every dampened string is a lip unkissed. I'm pouring all the sorries that I never said into the iron frame and the copper thread. It's a symphony of wreckage, a concerto of the blue. Just a piano for a broken love, still calling out for you. The resonance is fading in the dark, leaving not a flame and not a spark, just the sound of the pedal hitting the floor and the quiet creeping in beneath the door. One last minor chord, let it ring, let it break. The moonlight spills like water across the wooden floor. I don't expect to hear your key inside the lock no more. The house is full of echo that I'm learning how space, while I'm drifting like a stranger through this hollow, empty space. I sit down at the bench and feel the weight of every key. The ivory feels like ice beneath the ghost of you and me. There's a silence in the kitchen where your laughter used to ring. Now I'm looking for the comfort that only strings can bring. I try to find a major chord to chase away the gloom, but the minor notes are shadows stretching out across the room. My left hand finds the sorrow, and my right hand finds the fear, and the melody is drowning in a single salt black tear. This is a piano for a lonely heart, playing for the pieces that were slowly torn apart. It's the sound of every stay that I never got to say, and the rhythm of the hours as the color turns to gray. No one's here to listen to the weeping of the wood. I play us back together if I only knew I could. Just a hammer and the wire and the dark that's falling deep, for a piano and a heart that has a promise it can't keep. I remember how you'd hum along while I would play for hours, back when our love was blooming like the center desert flowers. Now the petals feel so heavy, like they're buried in the sand, and the music slipping through the tired fingers of my hand. I play a soft staccato like the falling of the rain, trying to find a harmony to muffle out the pain. But the resonance is hollow and the tuning is all wrong, since you took away the lyrics to our favorite simple song. If I play it loud enough, can I scream through the ivory? Can I break the spell of silence that you left behind for me? I'm crashing on the crescendo just to feel a spark of heat, until the final dying note is all I have to be. Piano for a lonely heart, playing for the pieces that were slowly torn apart. It's the sound of every stay that I never got to say, and the rhythm of the hours as the color turns to gray. No one's here to listen to the weeping of the wood. I'd play us back together if I only knew I could. Just the hammer and the wire and the dark that's falling deep, for a piano and a heart that has a promise can't keep trip. Music starts to slow, one last breath before I let you go. A final chord hanging in the air, reaching for a love that isn't there. The street lamp flickers through the window pane, drawing patterns on the floor like falling rain. I've memorized the cracks upon the ceiling high, counting every second that you're not nearby. The kettle's whistling a low and lonely tune to a house that's empty beneath a hollow moon. I reach across the sheets to where you used to be, but I only find the ghost of your chemistry. The scent of your perfume is fading on the air, like a prayer I whispered that didn't go anywhere. And the silence is a weight that I cannot lift, as I'm pulled away in a slow and steady. Oh, I'm remembering you in a lonely night, chasing the embers of a dying light, tracing your name in the frost on the glass, watching the ghosts of our memories pass. Every shadow on the wall looks a bit like you, turning my world into shades of blue. It's a long dark road until the sun returns, and I'm just a bridge that slowly burns out. I found your handwritten note inside a book. I'm almost too afraid to take a second look. Forever you wrote in a looped and steady hand. Now it's just a word written in a shifting sand. The radio is playing that song we used to know, but it sounds like static, cold and thin and low. I'm talking to the walls just to hear a human voice, but the echo tells me I didn't have a choice. Is it 3 a.m.? Is it 4? I don't know. Time is just a river that has nowhere to go. I'm a prisoner of the hours until the dawn, trying to figure out where the earth has gone. I'm remembering you in a lonely night, chasing the embers of a dying light, tracing your name in the frost on the glass, watching the ghosts of our memories pass. Every shadow on the wall looks a bit like you, turning my world into shades of blue. It's a long dark road until the sun returns, and I'm just a bridge that slowly burns. Oh, the stars are getting tired and the sky is turning gray. Another night I'm missing you is washing in a day. I close my eyes for a minute, maybe two, and spend my dreams still remembering you. The sound of a single distant clock, the sound of a single distant clock chime. The clouds are bruising purple in the evening sky, the same way that I'm bruised deep down inside. I watched you pack the memories in a cardboard box and listen to the turning of the heavy locks. You didn't say a word, you didn't even cry. You just let the silence be your last goodbye. Now the window pane is starting to blur, like every single promise that we ever were. The sky is open up, catching my tears, falling through the gravity of all these wasted years. And it's a silent love beneath the sound of rain, trying to wash away the shadow of your name. But the thunder's not as loud as the hole you left behind, and the line is not as sharp as the memories in my I found your coffee ghost mark on the wooden stand, the phantom way to where I used to hold your hand. The rhythm on the rooftop sounds like marching feet, walking further from me down a lonely street. I'm reaching for a candle that I can't find in the dark, searching for a flame from a dead and cold spark. Does the rain fall this hard where you're sleeping at night? Does the silence feel heavy? Does it feel alright? I'm standing in the downpour, soaking to the bone, learning how to be us while I'm standing here alone. It's a silent love beneath the sound of rain, trying to wash away the shadow of your name. But the thunder's not as loud as the hole you left behind, and the light is not as sharp as the memories in my mind. I'm screaming underwater, but the world feels still. If the heartbreak doesn't kill me, then the quiet will. Drip, drop, the clock on the wall, waiting for a phone call that won't come at all. Just the static of the storm and the shivering blue of a silent love, still bleeding for you. I sit before the ivory and the black, looking for the pieces that I can't get back. The room is frozen in a pale moonlight, while I try to play away the ghost of tonight. You always loved the way I drift and roam across the keys, it felt like coming home. But now the melody is shifting out of gear, and I'm drowning in a language you'll never hear. My breathing itches on a middle C, I'm losing the battle with my memory. I'm pressing down on every weighted key to keep the salt from stinging over me. These are my tears, hidden within piano notes, the desperate words stuck in 1,000 throats. Every high tension wire is a nerve about to break, every soft pedal press is a heart about to ache. I'm masking the sobbing with a grand refrain, use the music to muffle the pain. If I play it loud enough, I won't fall apart with these tears hidden deep in the piano's heart. The sustain is holding on to every side, like a final promise or a long goodbye. I'm playing faster just to outrun the ghost of the version of you that I love the most. The wood is vibrating against my chest, a hollow resonance that offers no rest. The hammer strikes the string sharp and true, just like the moment that I lost you. The chords are heavy, the minor turns deep, like a secret promise I couldn't keep. If the music stops, I'll have to feel the air, I'll have to face the fact that you're not there. So I'll play until my fingers start to bleed, until the song is the only thing I need. These are my tears, hidden within piano notes, the desperate words stuck in 1,000 throats. Every high tension wire is a nerve about to break, every soft pedal press is a heart about to wake. I'm masking the sobbing with a grand refrain, use the music to muffle the pain. If I play it loud enough, I won't fall apart with these tears hidden deep in the piano's heart. than piano notes, a desperate word stuck in 1,000 throats. Every high tension wire is a nerve about to break. Every soft pedal press is a heart about to wake. I'm masking the sobbing with a grand refrain. You through the music to muffle the pain. If I play it loud enough, I won't fall apart with these tears hidden deep in the piano's heart. The final movement is coming to a close, a wilting garden, a frostbitten rose. One last drop falls on a white key, a silent witness to the end of me. Drip, say to, silence. The porch lights buzzing like a restless ghost, waiting for the one I miss the most. I cook for two and let the place go cold, watching the evening stories all unfold. The clock on the mantle has a heavy beat, like a lonely heart on a dead-end street. I've checked the driveway 20 times or more, searching for your shadow by the door. The tea is bitter and the house is far too still, the kind of quiet that can make you ill. The wind is whispering secrets to the trees, while I'm falling slowly to my knees. Oh, the world kept turning, but my life stood still on the night you didn't come over the hill. The stars stayed bright, but my sky turned black on the night I realized you weren't coming back. I'm a map with no destination in sight, just a soul left shivering in the middle of the night. Everything broke when you didn't return. Now I'm just the ashes of a bridge you chose to burn. Your side of the bed is a frozen plain, and the silence is louder than the pouring rain. I keep checking my phone for running late, but the screen stays dark as a hand of fate. Did you lose your way, or did you find a new home? Did you decide it was better to be alone? I'm haunted by the keys I didn't hear in the lock, by the sudden frozen ticking of the clock. The candles burn down to a pool of wax, while my heart was breaking through the cracks. I left the porch light on until the sun turned gray, but you were already a lifetime away. Oh, the world kept turning, but my life stood still on the night you didn't come over the hill. The stars stayed bright, but my sky turned black on the night I realized you weren't coming back. I'm a map with no destination inside, just a soul left shivering in the middle of the night. Everything broke when you didn't return. Now I'm just the ashes of a bridge you chose to burn. The sun is rising, but I'm still in the dark, searching the distance for a tiny spark. But the driveway's empty and the morning is blue, and I'm just a person who's still waiting for you. The porch light flickers and staring at the calendar upon the kitchen wall, at all the red ink circles that don't mean a thing at all. We had 1,000 Saturdays laid out like a map before the world shifted and we fell into the gap. I look at old photographs where we are young and blurred, back when forever was a promise, not a bitter word. Now the clock is ticking in a house that's grown too cold, counting out the stories that will never now be told. I'd trade every sunrise that I've left to see for just one more Tuesday with you sitting next to me. But the sand is at the bottom and the glass is cracked in two, and I'm standing in the wreckage of the years I spent with you. Oh, the time we lost, it's a ghost in the hall, it's the shadow of the curtain, it's the writing on the wall, it's the I love yous I should have said a million times before. It's the sound of your footsteps not approaching the door. We were building a cathedral on a foundation of sand, and I'm holding only minutes in the palm of my hand. The time we lost is the cost of being free, and it's a debt that's currently killing me. I walked past the theater where we stood in the rain, and the ache in my chest feels like a physical pain. There are movies we missed and songs we didn't sing, and the winter is arriving without the hope of spring. I see couples in the park wasting hours on a bench while I'm fighting in a war in a lonely frozen trench. They don't know the value of a quiet, simple breath until the silence starts to feel like a slow and steady death. You can't bargain with the seasons, you can't argue with the tide, you can't find the years that we let slip away inside. I'm screaming at the sunset to stay a little longer, but the pull of the darkness is getting so much stronger. Oh, the time we lost, it's a ghost in the hall, it's the shadow of the curtain, it's the writing on the wall, it's the I love yous I should have said a million times before. It's the sound of your footsteps not approaching the door. We were building a cathedral on a foundation of sand, and I'm holding only minutes in the palm of my hand. The time we lost is the cost of being free, and it's a debt that's currently killing me. Ticks of the clock like a hammer on a nail. The story of us is a thin and broken trail. I'm just a passenger on a disappearing train, wondering how much of us will actually remain in the time we lost, and the time we'll never find again. The ticking of a clock slows down and eventually stops. The porch light is flickering, a heartbeat in the dark, searching for a fire, but finding a spark. I still catch myself leaning toward the closing door, expecting your shadow to stretch across the floor. But the garden is withered and the summer's gone to sea, and I'm left with a hunger I can no longer feel. I've kept your favorite sweater on the back of the chair, but the warmth of your spirit is no longer there. I'm a sailor on a shore where the tide only goes out, a believer who's been hollowed by the ghost of a doubt. I'm reaching for a hand that has turned into mist, haunted by the ghost of the last time we kissed. It's a love that cannot return, a fire that won't stay lit, a book with the final pages torn out of it, like a bird with a broken wing trying to find the sky. It's the hello that's buried underneath the goodbye. I'm standing at the station, but the tracks have all been pulled, watching the space where our lives once were full. Oh, it's a beautiful tragedy, a lesson I had to learn about the ache of a love that cannot return. I see you in the strangers walking down on Main Street, in the rhythm of the rain and the city's steady beat. But when I get closer, the colors start to fade, and I'm just a silhouette in the house that we made. We spoke of a future like it was a solid thing, but time is a thief, and it's taking everything. Now us is a word that I'm not allowed to say, a debt that I'm destined to never quite pay. They say that time heals, they say that time heals, but I think they just lied. It just builds a wall where the memories can't hide. But tonight the wall is crumbling, the bricks are falling down, and I'm drowning in the silence of this empty town. It's a love that cannot return, a fire that won't stay lit, a book with the final pages torn out of it, like a bird with a broken wing trying to find the sky. It's the hello that's buried underneath the goodbye. I'm standing at the station, but the tracks have all been pulled, watching the space where our lives once were full. Oh, it's a beautiful tragedy, a lesson I had to learn about the ache of a love that cannot return. So I'll blow out the candle, and I'll lock up the gate, and stop trying to argue with the hands of my fate. The seasons will change, and the world's gonna turn, but I'll always be the keeper of a love that cannot return. The house is far too wide and far too deep, with secrets that the floorboards try to keep. I walked the hallway to the corner room, where the ivory keys are glowing in the gloom. I sat down in the spot where you once stood, and traced a faded grain of polished wood. The air is heavy, thick with what was said, and the ghost of every path will never tread. I try to speak your name, but my throat is dry, like a riverbed beneath the desert sky. So I let my shaking fingers take the lead, to tell the story that I cannot read. Now my heart is only the sound of the piano left, a melody of longing free. Now the music is the only pulse I feel, the only part of us that's staying real. It's a dissonant song, it's a beautiful mess. It's the sound of a soul under cardiac stress. I'm pressing down hard, I'm breaking the strings. This is the sound that a broken heart sings. Yeah, my heart is only the sound of the piano left, a melody of longing, a rhythm of the bereft. No more laughter in the kitchen, no more whispers in the dark. Just the hammer hitting wire, trying to find a spark. Every sharp is a memory, every flat is a tear, playing to the shadows till you disappear. The lyrics have all faded, the words have all gone deaf, and my heart is only the sound of the piano left. Yeah, my heart is only the sound of the piano left, a melody of longing, a rhythm of the bereft. No more laughter in the kitchen, no more whispers in the dark. Just a hammer hitting wire, trying to find a spark. Every sharp is a memory, every flat is a tear, playing to the shadows till you disappear. The lyrics have all faded, the words have all gone deaf, and my heart is only the sound of the piano left. The calendar is lying, saying months have moved along, but the air in here is heavy with the ghost of our last song. I've rearranged the kitchen and I've painted all the walls, but your name is still an echo through the empty, quiet halls. I can walk a different path, I can find a newer street, but I still check every stranger for the eyes I used to meet. They say the mind is kind, that it helps you to forget, but the morning sun is rising on a heart that hasn't yet. I'm a master of pretension, I'm a king of doing fine. I tell the world I've drawn a clean and steady finish line, but when the city noises die and the stars begin to glow, the truth comes out of hiding from the places it won't go. Oh, my heart still remembers you in the middle of the night when the armor falls away and I've lost the will to fight. It remembers how you laughed, how you leaned into my chest. It remembers every promise that we failed to put to test. I can tell my soul to move, I can tell my feet to run, but my heart is still revolving around a cold and vanished sun. Though you're 1,000 miles away or a lifetime out of view, my heart still remembers you. I found a folded receipt in the pocket of my coat from that diner in the valley where you wrote a little note. The ink is getting blurry and the paper's turning thin, but it's a portal to the was and the could have always been. Logic says it's over and that moving on is smart, but logic's never been a friend to a broken, stubborn artist. Or the way you take your tea, the way you say my name, like a flickering holy candle with a never-ending flame. Sometimes I think I've made it, sometimes I think I'm free. Then a certain scent of jasmine brings you crashing back to me. It's a beautiful haunting, it's a sweet and jagged pain to have your memory flowing like a river through my veins. Oh, my heart still remembers you in the middle of the night when the armor falls away and I've lost the will to fight. It remembers how you laughed, how you leaned into my chest. It remembers every promise that we failed to put to test. I can tell my soul to move, I can tell my feet to run, but my heart is still revolving around a cold and vanished sun. Though you're 1,000 miles away or a lifetime out of view, my heart still remembers you. Still remembers you. Yeah, it always remembers you. I'm dragging my shadow across the kitchen floor. The hinges are screaming on the heavy bedroom door. Every step I take feels like I'm walking through deep sand, trying to remember the warmth of your hand. I've been carrying this suitcase of what could have been. It's battered and it's heavy, and it's wearing me thin. The mirror in the hallway shows a face I don't know, just a tired reflection with nowhere to go. My eyes are heavy, but they refuse to close, because sleep is just a place where your memory grows. I've run out of tears, I've run out of eyes. I'm just a hollow man under hollowed out skies. Oh, I've got a weary heart that's forgotten how to beat, limping through the ruins of a lonely one-way street. It's tired of the hurting, it's tired of the ache. It's had more than a spirit is ever meant to take. The fire's gone out and the ashes have gone cold. I'm a young man's body with a soul that's grown old. Just a weary heart looking for a place to rest, with a heavy jagged hole inside my chest. The coffee's gone bitter in the bottom of the cup. I'm waiting for a sun that refuses to come up. They say that time is a healer, that the light will return, but I'm just a candle that's forgotten how to burn. I see a ghost in a corner, in a fold of the drapes, in a way that the light on the windowsill shapes. I tell you I miss you, but I don't have the breath. This silence feels less like a life and more like a death. Is there a place where the tide go to lay down the pain? A place where the heart isn't drenched by the rain? I'm dropping the anchor, I'm cutting the line. I'm too exhausted to claim that I'm doing fine. Oh, I I got a weary heart that's forgotten